was never made to protect the people. It was made to protect the state and private property. The first official police department was made in 1838 to protect Boston's shipping harbor. The first official police officers were made to catch recently freed slaves, never to protect the people. 973 people have been shot and killed by the police in the past year. The people who are so-called intended to protect us are the ones killing us the most. And there's obvious bias and lives being taken away. According to Washington Post, the rate at which Black Americans are killed by police is more than twice as high as the rate for white Americans. Police were never meant to protect, and definitely not protect Black lives. Police officers for years have had a history of planting drugs in low-income POC communities. They were chosen to not be able to handle people with disabilities, and countless incidents of police officers killing and harming the homeless, and much, much more. This isn't just a few police officers. This is decades worth of abuse built on a system that will continuously protect these people. The system of policing can't be fixed because it's doing what it's meant to do: protect private property, protect the state, and to harm marginalized communities. Many police organizations are anti-protest and are hoping to pass an anti-protest bill. We cannot expect people who won't let us even practice our rights to protest freely to protect us. How are we expected to protest these injustices under the guidelines of those who are against them? Something has to change. My main point isn't talking about the issue of policing, but alternatives to policing. That being community-led groups created to truly protect and help the people. In the conversation of abolishing police, many people say, what will happen when a crime occurs? Who will be there to call? Well, police only arrive after a crime has occurred. They don't stop the root of a problem, which is poverty. Police are a temporary solution to crime. Alternatives of policing have been seen many times. An example is Tehran, an indigenous city in Mexico. Used to be run by corrupt police and cartels, but when the locals, especially the women, drove them out, there hasn't been any murders, kidnappings, or any violent crimes in the recent years. The town is now ran by women, with a small militia made up of the community, determined to ensure no criminals inhabit their space. Many people saved in the community, led by women, and where crimes are treated by communities and not police force. Community support to handle issues is more beneficial than a police system. Anthropologist Margaret Mead said, what she considered to be the first evidence of civilization, a human thigh bone with a heel fracture found in an archaeology site 15,000 years ago. She goes on to say that for a person to survive for a broken femur, the individual had to be cared for long enough for that bone to heal. This means that since the beginning of time, humans have always been a species that cared for each other and thought of the community. A police force, a police system, giving only a select few people power leads to injustices. There's reasonable skepticism about abolishing the police. However, if we take the time to research and truly want the betterment of the world, this is a better option.